All right, guys, this is Mobile Gamer Nerd, and we are back with God's Raid. We are on day 27. Yes, day 27. We go in here, we can click on our daily rewards, and you can see that we are, guess what, on day 27. So we are moving forward. We've been kind of doing some things. There are some new gods that they're popping up. There is a new login event that has just recently hit. So we can log in to get Kaylee, whatever you want to call her. She's kind of badass looking, not going to lie, and she has some pretty interesting skills. I don't know if we can. Yeah, we'll look at her inside. There's also a new hero we had spoken about, Mr. Demon Sword. Demon Sword Man. We did get him actually. Funny enough, we did a little bit of a fusion. I was just kind of randomly fusing some shards, and we did get the Demon Swordsman, which is nifty. And we've got Mr. Vishnu, which is also kind of cool looking. It looks like they're in that same kind of. They released two gods that basically are the same kind of thing. They look like brother and sister, actually. But there you go. And there was a first purchase bonus if you're really excited. So let's look and see where we're at and what we're doing. We'll go into here. There's also a new hero that they just released. Apparently, they released it early. So they were supposed to release him. I think it said the 15th on the actual tab, but they got him out a little bit later. Where is this guy? So here we go. Demon Swordsman. He's got life steal, which is kind of cool. He's actually he's I forgot I have him, so it's going to show you mine. Uh, so he basically has a attack that he'll deal damage equal to 100% to nearby enemy, and then slashes a nearby enemy and deals damage equal to 100% of attack and heals himself. So that's kind of cool. We also have continuous slash. This is a lot to read. Either way, he's got life stealing and a bunch of stuff that happens and attacks continuously. Same thing. He awakens an evil demon in him. He changes basically from demon presence state and back and forth to get additional effects. And he'll also deal 200 damage to all nearby enemies and inflict knockback. Yeah, basically, he's just going to keep getting a lot of damage. And it also increases Swordsman's attack by 100%, 130% and his HP by 180. So that means he's got survivability more than likely, which is good because that's something that could be a bit of a pain. So we are going to level him up. He is pretty cool. I'm seeing that I'm getting a lot of demon heroes that are pretty cool. And I feel like they're going to end up being a good addition basically to our team. Let's get back out of here. There's also our new friend, which is actually so stupid, but I kind of like him. This guy, he is a robotic healer, right? He looks kind of cool. He's got little poison electric arms, so that's interesting enough. He's got some pretty good skills actually. He heals, obviously, and then he heals an ally with the highest defense. So that means he's basically a tank protector, which is kind of cool. And he also increases their defense by 30%. So that's going to be good, keeping your tank alive. And he heals the entire team and removes a debuff, which once again is also really good. Anytime you can remove debuffs is good. So I have a feeling this guy's going to kind of pop up on the scene and be kind of good. If he had shields, I think, yeah, you'd be better off. But I think there's a few tanks that do shields also, right? Either way, I have the Mummy. You could bring Mummy and Robotic Healer as kind of a tag team to keep your team alive. Obviously, not for most campaign stuff because most campaign stuff you need more DPS. But for like longer fights, maybe even the gods, Hall of Gods, you could bring a Mummy and him together, and then you've got shields, heals, and your tank gets healed up as well and get some extra defense. So there, and you can remove debuffs. So he's definitely a good hero. I definitely want him, but we don't have him yet. So we'll get him. We'll hopefully get him soon. I think he's the only one we're missing, actually, right? Yeah, he's the only one we're missing right now because most people will probably have all the heroes in here already except for the legendaries. Gods. So the new gods, let's look at them. Let's see where they are and what they do. All right, so we've got Vishnu, which apparently he's got a max HP for orcs, so he is an orc god. He's got dodge by 20%, and he grants the power of the avatar, increasing the attack speed and magic speed of the enchanted hero by 12.5% for 10 seconds when the enchanted hero dodges an enemy attack. So that could be a good tank thing. The fact that he has max HP, yeah, he's basically a tank god. He also does a conch-shaped instrument. He blows on it, apparently, and he boosts the energy of fellow gods. So there you go. I don't know what that means, though. Oh, yeah, gain one block of magic point every 20 seconds. So basically, he's going to get you more magic points quickly. So you can use him to boost. He's basically that Dionysus, but for gods. So, yeah, that's cool. And then, which honestly, I don't know if that's great. It's probably good. Oh, we can't look at him. We'll have to go look at him in the actual thing because he's not popping up yet. Mr. Shiva, he's coming out later. Let's see. Where are these guys? Oh, that's right. I'm like, why are they red? Because we're in gods. This is Callie. So she has a undead. She increases the attack of undead by 20%, and she increases dodge by 16%. So I guess both of these guys like dodge. Callie's power that stands for great time. She manipulates the time of everything apart from the enchanted hero, slows the flow of time except for the enchanted hero for 10 seconds. After the great flow begins, also increases attack speed and magic speed of the enchanted hero. So yeah, she's doing some time travel crap. And she really does look badass. Like that's I have to say, this game is really good at making character designs. Like, that's insane. Like, if this was in an RPG, this looks like something out of Final Fantasy. Like, Final Fantasy was like 20 years advanced in graphics. So that's kind of why I like this game. So there you go on the gods. I think that's all the gods. Let's go and look at the other god in here. We'll see if we can check him out in this screen. This is Callie. Where is he? It's hard to see with these lock buttons on. Here we go. Is this him? Shiva. All right. So this guy also looks kind of cool. It's the first time I've ever seen Shiva as a guy. Usually it's a girl, but that's also in Final Fantasy lore. I don't know if that's like the real thing. Who the hell knows? All right, so what does he do? Increases crit damage of demon heroes. Immediately like it. Crit rate, immediately like it. And also enlightens the enchanted hero with the truth and increases their ultimate charge rate by 12%. So this guy is for what? Demon? Oh god. So basically this is like a nightmare, is what this is. If you guys have the what's his name, Duke of Darkness, the Duke of Dickheads, as I call him. If you have him, this is like a ridiculous. That guy already has an insane charge rate. So to put this guy with the crit damage and crit rate on top of all that and increase their charge rate, yeah, this is basically Duke is going to become insanely strong because of Shiva. So yeah, and what does he do? He opens the third eye of Shiva and unleashes a devastating ray, of course, another damage attack that exterminates enemies, and on top of it, it deals true damage equal to 250% of attack to all enemies and reduces their defense. So basically, he's going to make Duke just insane because he's going to do true damage to all the enemies, then decrease their defense, and then on top of that, Duke's going to come in and just basically wipe your whole team. So yeah, essentially, Duke is the winner of Arena at this point. I mean, I can't even fathom any other hero that would be that strong in the arena. If you can protect him and there's no assassins on the other team that, will come back and kill him, yeah, you could basically just make a team that is revolved around protecting Duke. Like you could probably do something crazy, like put like someone that is really HP heavy and defensive in the back row with Duke, and that way you can put the beast. You could use the beast, that beast god. What's her name? Scathy, to slow enemies. So that way you could put them, like say, like you put like a mummy or whatever. Just as an example, put the mummy next to Duke. Put the Even though mummy's not a beast, we'll say that the child of light or whatever her name is, the little beast healer. You could put that god on her. That'll slow any enemy that comes back there to try and kill him, and then that's it. Basically, he's just going to charge himself up. He's going to drop the defense of the entire team and then one shot them with a wave. So like that's kind of stuff. I mean, most people are going to put that set Scathy on a tank to block the front row. So that's an option too. You could put the flame on your tank. So that way you're just burning the enemies that are attacking your tank, and then boom. Yeah, I mean, there's so many things here that you could do to probably just make this insanely good with Duke. So yeah, I mean, yeah, he's going to be. I have a feeling Duke is going to become even more powerful now because of that god. But either way, like I said, that's just kind of how the arena works. It's never good in any game, and it's always going to be bad. So yeah, just know that it's going to be there. All right, so where are we at? So we've been building a lot. We did gain another level. We're at 22. I don't remember how. I think we were 21 last time we checked. So I've been leveling my main team. All right, so we do have some awakenings left. My main team has 3 awakenings left, like the rare heroes. So we only have, there you go. So now we have 3 awakenings left, and they will be maxed, so we can start moving on to other heroes. I'm slowly working through the gear. We did get his legendary weapon to plus 10, and we did get a bunch of this stuff to 10. I'm working on his accessories to 10 now. And then the quest we're at right now is we have to get a piece of gear to level 13. So that's something we could probably do pretty quickly. I think I have some hammers. We can do it on like one of these pieces or something. Maybe I'll just do it on his boots or something, and we'll just go from there. He does not. He still has points. We want to get that attack up, so we're trying to get that. His stats are really good right now. Orc, he's literally just about to hit that 100K mark for him. He's almost got 22,000 attack, so that's good as well. His crit rate's still whatever, 44, but like I said, we're slowly getting there. We did get the boots. I don't remember if I had them last time, but I leveled them up. So now he's got that, which gave him another 10% attack. And we did get his sword up to level 12, which is good. Where's he at? Yeah, Poseidon's at level 28, so I'm still using basically the same gods. We've got my boy here, who we are also going to get some HP for. So there we boop. There I go. Lots of awakenings going on. I just had it on auto before we started, so yeah, that's where we're at. So he has his weapon to 11. We're working on his glove, I believe, everything else here, and his armor. So we've got 3 pieces we need to get to 10, and then another epic piece that we have to get to 10, and he'll be ready to go. This guy also HP. I focus solely on attack, essentially. We're only getting 1 level. That sucks. So yeah, we're focusing solely on attack mostly for this. And then his gear is basically done. We got his helmet to 10. So he's got the extra crit, which actually I think he might have the highest. No, he doesn't have the highest crit. I thought he had the highest crit. He does not. We are working on some other pieces. This is, yeah, mostly, she's still in mostly crap gear. We do need to get her kind of built up a little bit more and get some other pieces on her. Let's get some attack. Sure, why not? See if that helps her with her healing. Uh, and then we did start moving forward on some heroes, as you can see. We have a lot of heroes that are you're starting to see stars on here. We've got Orc Magician, who is at 39,000 power, so he's not super strong comparative to my team, but he's definitely not bad. I think I could bring him into anything at this point and probably use him if I switch gear from another hero, and he'll be just as effective. So we're going to try and get him built up with all my rares. I'm going to try to get into like the rare gear and see how high I can get some of these gears, because it'll be cheap and it'll be easy because we're starting to be able to save some gold right now. So that's been good. Because we haven't been doing much outside of. I mean, I'm going to probably waste it when I do these guys, but we're basically going to try and get some gear on these guys so we can start moving forward in the towers and getting more things in there. And so my rare heroes that we've been working on are all 3-star at this point. We got a few of them. So we're going to probably focus them. And then as soon as we get these guys done, which won't be that much longer, honestly, I'll probably get it done a few autos because we're farming hell mode right now. We're farming in the first area. So I'm not farming hard anymore unless I am leveling lower level heroes. I'll go into very hard, whatever, very hard. We'll go in there if we're going to try and level lower heroes. But right now, for my main team, yeah, we just farm hell mode in the beginning, and that's good enough. It's actually better right now for leveling, because you can do it's more energy, yes, per run, but it's going to use less of your auto battles. So you're going to see that, like, when you move from very hard into hell mode, it's going to save your auto battles a lot, because you're going to blow through a ton more auto battles just running that freaking hard mode. So just know that as soon as you can farm hell mode, I would definitely recommend doing it. So we've got her. The gods don't matter on these guys because I've been flipping them back and forth. The only one that actually has a god that I'm like okay with, I think, is him, and that's because he has the extra attack and things like that. So we put that on him. We did just get another thing for Ashura, actually. Yeah, so we actually have pieces of him, so we can level him up and get his crit and his attack up, which is nice. So we will probably build him up eventually and get him to like 2-star for my orc, and that'll get him some extra power, which will be good. And then, like I said, we've got Cert on her right now. It just is what it is. We've got some gear on them. We've got a ring, and I think he has all his gear, right? No, we're just missing a necklace for him. So we got them, and we started working on these guys. So Skeleton Marksman is getting moved up. He's actually doing pretty well. And then we got Child of the Forest. So she is also getting leveled, and we're going to get them built up. We did start working on their training. So I think most of these guys have some training. I actually have to do that. We did get this nice 1,000 dodge on her. So that was kind of cool. I'm like, all right, cool. And these guys are going to be my secondaries, basically. So, and what I mean by secondaries is I need heroes for the towers, and these are the easiest ones to build quickly. So we're just going to build them up fast and get them all up to 5-star, and kind of I want to get all the rares to 5-star so we can start just skipping the worry about having to, fuse all the rare heroes. So we're going to work on the rares first, and then we're going to slowly work on some of these lower level heroes down here, which are now all level. They're all ascended. Every single one of them is ascended. The only thing that's not ascended back here are some of these epics and legendaries, which, as you can see, I have a lot of them. We're going to be slowly building them up as we go, and I'll show you what I mean by that in a second. So we will just kind of throw potions into these guys, and eventually, once all my rares are 3-star, we'll start pushing these guys to 2 or 3-star, and it's going to get easier as we go, which is nice. We do only have a few more rares here to go, actually. What? Yeah, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we've got 6 left. We'll get them all to 3-star, and then try to get some rare gear on them from. I mean, from farming, I get up to epic gear. So that's the good news. Is I'm going to constantly find gear. As you can see here, we'll look at manage gear. See, you just get gear. Look at all this. I've got lots of stuff here, some blue stuff, and we are trying to do the Pandora's box with this as well. So, and we did increase not our energy. We increased our space by 100, not 130. So we're at 100 slots now, which is good. We've got some hammers, which I'm going to need to get that epic piece up, because I have a feeling My ring for my orc is going to break. I only have 1 durability left on it. So I have a feeling we're going to need that too. I've been trying to save up as many hammers as you can. See, I've got 10 of the blue ones, which means we can do that quest pretty easily. But yeah, at the same time, I can just use the purple upgrade stones to upgrade to 13, I would assume. Possibly the legendary if you really want to waste it on getting a rare piece of gear up to 13. I mean, I don't know. It's better chances, I get it, but it's so bad to waste those things. It's so hard to just get like upgrade stones. Like it's not hard. It's not hard. It just takes time. You can put it on auto for one day. If like right now I have a lot of gold, if I put it on auto and just kind of run it, yeah, you can get a bunch of upgrade stones. Now we did get him to 1 star, so we're slowly working on him. I didn't get an extra copy of him, so he's not ascended. These purples are still 2 star, and most of my other legendaries from the like my original legendaries are basically 2 star. We're gonna start leveling them up. We did start leveling Duke up by himself, like separately, because we did get him. So we're putting tier on him since tier is awesome and he has a really good skills for Duke. So we're gonna level him up, and then basically Duke will be tier, and that's it. We're gonna have him set. And we're gonna get some gear on him eventually. We're just trying to level him as of this moment, and he's going to take a while. It's going to be a bit. We're going to get him to 3 star pretty soon, and that'll get him a ring. And yeah, we'll just throw some stuff on him. And as you can see, I have a few heroes here cooking. These epics here, they're at level 26 already. So yeah, that's what I've been doing with my extra heroes. We're going to get them all to 2 star. See, they're all cooking right now. We have another 6 hours left, right? 6 hours and 45 minutes to be precise. So yeah, this is how I've been leveling my heroes and why I'm able to just kind of let them build in the background. Like I'm going to level my rares, get my experience so that my account can level up. And we're just going to do this with the epics and legendaries. I'll probably throw legendaries in again this time because I've been kind of alternating back and forth. And then maybe eventually I'll just stick to 4. I don't know who I want. That's the thing. I don't know who I want to build. So I'm just going to kind of level everyone for now and try to get the most experience for the shortest period of time. And eventually I'll choose which heroes I want to use. More than likely, we're going to be using Duke. More than likely, we're going to be using the new swordsman, the demon swordman. Like, I feel like the demon swordman could replace my, what's his name? My spearman. That's someone that kind of, so I'm going to assume demon boy and orc boy are going to be a pretty sick combo. And then we're going to obviously replace my mage here with Duke. So that's going to be like the next step, I think, in our team. And we'll see how that goes. So campaign, we are on health. What are we on? Health 3. So we're on here. I think we're still at the same point we were. No, we beat that boss. We beat this guy who was annoying. This was a lot of tanking. This one has been rough for us. It's a lot of skeletons. We're 320 power right now. But yeah, it's a lot of skeletons, a lot of problems. You know, more skeletons, more problems. Isn't that what they say? I think that's what they say. I'm not really sure if they say that. They could say that. You know, if they do say it, they can kiss my butt. Let's see if I can actually do this one now. I just randomly come back here because right now I'm not really focused on campaign. I'm just kind of doing stuff, and then every day or every couple days I'll come back in here and see if there's something that I can do. The problem here is these guys heal a lot, so we do need to have my poisoner here that takes the healing down because otherwise they just constantly heal, and then it makes the fight take forever. But it looks like they always make short work of this fight. It's the last fight that things get a little rough because there's too much going on. And unfortunately, I don't want to waste my skills too much. So we're going to use flame here. Hopefully we can kill these guys quickly and take them down. The problem is as you can see, my tank is getting obliterated by this schmuck right here. So if they could actually do something about it, here we'll use this because the healing, once again, it's like the healing is just terrible. So you've got to kill them in the time it takes for them to decide to heal everybody. Hopefully that was enough. Kill that frickin' there. See, look at this. He's healing all the way back up. And now my swordman is going to die probably unless they kill him eventually. Yeah, see, literally as we killed him. So it's a waste. So we're not doing this. We're going to retreat. This one I can beat probably. I just have to spend some time in it and get some luck on it. It's just kind of annoying like these fights because it's just a bunch of healing and defense. So really we just got to make sure we use the heal reduction. And this would probably be a fight that I would maybe bring in what's his name? The orc magician, whatever his name is, instead of this guy. Because yeah, obviously it'll be way more effective to have him in here. So, actually let's just see how good he is in here. I don't know. Did I put gear? I did put gear. That's right. He doesn't have. I don't want to switch all the gear and stuff. But yeah, we could do. Actually, let's just try it. Whatever. What's the difference? What's the difference? Let's try it. There we go. We've got Ashura. Let's see if he can help us with the healing because he does do that stuff, and that is good. I feel like just watch. All of a sudden, we just wipe the floor with it. He is really good, so that's the thing. I just don't know if he's going to survive because there's tons of there's a lot of damage output in here. So I'm going to use this. If he works though, that would be nice because then we'll have. Let's see how much damage he does. He also does more damage based on the HP, right? So there is that. He looks like he's doing all right. He just has to stay alive. Honestly, that's the big thing here. But you're starting to see how much damage my it's already taken a little bit too long. How much damage my freaking little mage does against these boss guys because he's just poisons the crap out of them. All right, let's see. Let's try to do something silly. Let's do this because we can't waste time. There we go. Kill the freaking healer. Kill that stupid range guy. All right, so now we're good. We can kind of let it sit for a second, and we're going to take the healing down, and then we're just going to hope for the best here because we need to have our skills ready for the next round. Otherwise, we are not going to win. I'm hoping the orc will maybe stop them from healing enough where we can. It looks like it's working, so that's good. The worst is when they heal up right at the last second. So bad. All right, so I think he has it on there, the heal reduction, which is nice. All right, we're about to get both skills, so this is good. This is exactly what we wanted. So we're going to use the flame to light them on fire, and then this to kill their asses, and that just wiped out all those other tanks, so that's it. See? I guess having him in there was good. We've been trying this for a while, so if you were worried about there we go. Let's do some more heal reduction so he can just die. So there you go. Orc is the winner for any heal stuff, and he's not even max level like my other guys, and he's not in good gear. So I guess there you go. You've got a winner for some of those fights that are really annoying. I have a feeling we'll end up bringing him in there. Oh, nice, and we got some stuff for my tanks. Uh, so yeah, I mean, some of this stuff is honestly more of a puzzle than anything else. I don't think he's all right. So let's put it this way: the orc is actually really strong too. Let's be honest here. But the poisons from my little black mage have been pretty good too. So let's see if orc is going to be the reason. But this is why I said I wanted to level some other rares. Like I can level 2 or 3 rares in the time it would take to level 1 legendary. So having more options could be good. So there we go. We're going to have to use something to protect us here. We actually do have Horus, so that's something good. These guys do a lot of damage, but this is why I was saying I need some defense on my gear because my obviously orc magician doesn't have any defense, so that's fine. But my healer also doesn't have a lot of defense because I don't have a lot of good gear on her defensively. It's all blue, so we definitely need to do some of that, like switching things out. But I've been focused so hard on just trying to get my main guys' damage attack up. So yeah, it's been rough. It takes time, and I'm also trying to level and max them. So I'm not doing anything in any particular order, so to speak. Like we're just trying to get through it and see how it goes. So it looks like we're gonna probably lose this one because that guy just does too much damage, and no one likes to focus him. I wish there was a way. I really wish this game would make it so you could like click it like this and say, "Hey, kill this guy." Because to be honest, it's actually really annoying to have to come into a fight like this and your guys are all focused on this guy, and then he'll get down to like this much health and they'll run away, and then this guy will heal back up to max HP while he's killing everyone. So like stuff like that, I have a feeling is going to become quite annoying for players later on. So I feel like if that's something they could fix, that would be great. But other than that, yeah, I mean, as long as we can keep our orc alive and our mummy alive, I think that would be an easier fight. So we just got to get some gear on them, and I am starting to level him up. So eventually he'll be maxed. I'm not too worried about it. We're not really focused on campaign, like I said. It's going to be some free stuff, which is nice, but I'm pretty good where I am. We're just trying to level and get gear and do stuff like that. It takes a long time to get even just to get swordsman right here, just to get him to where he was. Like this is a lot of work just to get these pieces of gear leveled to where they are right now. Like it's especially if you're not spending money like me. Like it just does take a lot of time. So don't get too overburdened. It's this is exactly in the same vein as like raid. It's just level your heroes, get them done, and then focus one thing at a time. And that's kind of what I'm doing. Once this team is done, like maxed out, and they have ascensions too, which I don't know if I can show you. Let's see. I forgot they added that enhance here. So now if you have extra copies of things, you can go into ascendants and you can get extra stats and stuff too. So they've added this as well, which is kind of nice. So you can get some extra crit. I'm going to be focused probably on crit rate on everything just because it's such a hard stat to get and we want to get that to 100 eventually because then we're going to do insane amounts of damage. It'll be better than 40%. I think that would be great. Also, we've got our Pandora's box. What do we got? We've got 31% crit rate. Figured I'd just show this. Oh, the hiccups. Just show this stuff real quick. Masteries, we've been focused on ranged heroes, so we did get the 300 attack here. and we did crit across the board on this one. I haven't touched my defense or support heroes, which is also, could be something that why they're dying, because I focus too much on two things. But either way, it works. As far as everything else, we've been focused on. All right, so Cloudscape Isles is going to be starting eventually. This looks like it's going to be one of those, kill things and get rewards in a little map area. I'll probably do a video on this when it comes out. Probably the day it comes out. I'm going to try and do some kind of. I might even do a live stream for it. When is it? 2 days from now? Well, it's 3 days really. It's 2 hours and 17 minutes. So what's today? Tuesday. So it'll be Wednesday, Thursday. So probably on Friday. It's always the worst day for me. I'm gonna see what I can do. I don't know if I can do it. I'm gonna try to get home. I think I have stuff to do Friday, so it may be Saturday. I don't know. One of the days this weekend. It could be Sunday also. I don't know. But one of the days this weekend, I'll do a live stream and we'll touch base on Cloudscape Island. If it's something that we can do, if it's something that we can only do once and it's done, I may save it for when I actually do the video and just not touch it. But if it's something that we can do daily and resets, like the amount of turns you get and things like that, then maybe I'll just give it a shot and play it a couple times before we do it. We'll see how it goes. Tower, like I said, I haven't been focused on a lot of things other than just leveling. We are on level 30 of the Orc Tower. We're on 13. We're basically 10 across the board. Humans were on 20. Beasts were still on 13. I actually was doing it and I forgot to finish it, so that's why it's at 13 and not a 10. So we didn't have time there. We're on 172 on the floor of Tower of Infinity. I don't know if we're actually. I don't know if we're stuck or if I just haven't been doing it. I've been so focused on just autoing battle and just doing the levels to get my awakenings finished on these guys because I want my heroes done so I can start moving on to other heroes and getting my secondaries done. And because I'm basically going to throw Duke in, we're going to level Duke, Demon, um, and Orc Healer. Those are the main ones. And then we're also going to get our healers. I mean, I'm using potions basically on my rares. So we'll probably go in and try to. Why am I not? I was about to say, why are they not doing things that are important? That's right. He has healing, so let's stop him from healing. I have a feeling that I'm going to end up just switching Orc Magician for my Mage because I have a feeling that's where it's going to end up leading if we don't. Because Duke's good and he does a ton of damage, so I think Duke and Orc might be a good combo for the back row. So conceivably, I may even consider moving out Spearman, stop him from healing, the Spear guy, and maybe just putting 2 range heroes in. We'll see how it goes. I mean, there's tons of options here. I think the problem is having less people in the front row is tough because those back rows they just wreck you. Leave. So there we go. We are moving forward on this. So we'll probably push forward on it to try to get to maybe, whatever, 180. I don't know how much. What is this? We're pretty far ahead of this, so we can probably do some damage in here if I had to guess. Arena had reset, so we are in Ruby 2. I put this on auto just this morning, so we got some more stuff and just got to 2. We'll push forward in this. I actually didn't do too much autoing. I think I only autoed once yesterday, so I got to make sure I come in here and log in for the arena. I keep forgetting about that too. So we got to get some extra points in here and hopefully get some extra stats, which would be very nice. As far as Legendary Arena, we never got to Diamond, so we can't do this. It starts in 25 days. So, we got time. So that's good, I guess. And I think that's basically most of the stuff that we've been doing. Like I said, we've been going into crafting and trying to get some. As you can see, there's not many green lights here because I've been wasting all of my stuff trying to get that stuff done. Enhanced stones, we do have a few here. I'm going to actually probably run that now and run that through. We did beat, I think, stage 20. Here, let's go in the maze. We did beat stage 20. Not even because I can. Like, I can beat all these on stage 20 probably. I just haven't done them. Saying, like, that's the one I haven't done the most. Maze of Enhancement. So we beat this on stage 20, so now we can. I think we can auto it. It just takes a while. It's one of those 2.5-minute fights, so it could end in a failure if they don't use skills that work. So I think we definitely need to make sure we get a good team for this to auto it. Just probably bringing in different gods, like fire and just all damage type, bleeding and stuff like that kind of gods, because that way you can just bleed the crap out of him and he'll be dead. So I'll probably come up with like a farm team for this where I can work that through. The Orc Healer is probably going to be good for some of these other ones. This one I just haven't tried. Wow, they actually jumped the power on that a lot, so maybe this one will be tough. We'll probably be able to beat 18, but after that, I wouldn't even farm 18 because it's too high. There's too much of a chance of something going wrong. So I think right now I've been farming 16, and then I can farm 17 if I have time, because it's just a time difference. I can do this one really quickly. so I try to do them quick because I'm usually in a rush to do things. So I'm trying to find quick ways to beat things. We did get a bunch of stuff from the login for Cali, so that event is really nice. These free things are going to help out a lot. I think just the diamonds alone are okay, but yeah, we're going to get a bunch of energy, which is what I've used. So that's all I've been using. I still have 176 energy today because we got the free stuff from the login, and I haven't gotten any of the stuff from today yet. So we have a lot of energy. We're probably going to do it all in leveling, get my heroes built up, and finish the ascensions, and then we'll start moving forward in campaign. And hopefully, Mr. Orc Healer here, guy. More, I want to call him a healer, but he's not because he looks like a healer, but he's 100% not a healer. Orc Magician. I think he's going to be a good addition to the team. I think having better options because I've noticed that in this game specifically, it's like other games where, except they do it in campaign also. Some fights require some gods and other heroes. It's not like you can. There's no one team that's going to blast through this whole thing. Eventually, they will if you level them enough. Like if I just kept the same team and leveled them more and more, eventually they're going to beat the campaign. But if you want to make it easier on yourself, it seems that bringing in some other heroes and gods, switching things out here and there for tank bosses versus damage bosses, damage output bosses. Anubis is really good for keeping your team alive in the first round. If you have a first wave that just does insane amounts of back row damage or something, Mummy's good for bringing up the shield right after Anubis. So yeah, those two kind of work well together. But other than that, yeah, I would say just do your thing and keep leveling, keep grinding your gear, keep getting as much stuff as you can, and level your heroes. That's it. Just, I mean, there's plenty of heroes in here. You've got the training thing going on, and you can do not what I'm doing. You could skip Orc Magician and go right for a legendary as your next hero. Like I'm already working on Duke. You could work on Nike. Just pick one and kind of level them the same way that I did with the Orc Swordsman. He was the first one we chose. He's 60 now. So eventually you will get them to 60 and you will have a hero that's strong. And they obviously, as you can see, he's got a lot more power than everyone else, but he's also got a lot of legendary gear. So start building up some gear and trying to craft some legendary gear. That's what I'm trying to do is get him in all legendary and kind of build each hero up one by one until I don't have to do that anymore. It'd be nice to have all legendary gear on my heroes. It's very slow going. All right, so yeah, I mean that's it for today. We're kind of just doing a review of everything, showing you where we're at and what we've been building on. It's been pretty fun still. I can't say I hate the game at all, and I definitely play this more intently than Raid. I have to spend more time in Raid because I mean because Raid loves to make you play their game. They're just like that. This game, though, however, I play because I like it. So Raid, I play on auto in the background. Actually, it's funny. I'm doing Clan Boss right now on Raid. I'm actually running it in the background because I'm not watching it. I'm playing this game. So yeah, it's definitely more enjoyable to just sit and play and kind of try to beat things and mess with teams. And it's definitely a little more tactical in the sense that there's a lot of things that go into it. So I feel like in the end, this will have way more tactical type stuff going on than Raid does. But that we're talking like a year or two down the road. We're not talking right now. It's nowhere near Raid for tactics right now. There's definitely a lot of stuff going on. But yeah, I think it's definitely moving forward. It's got some new content. Hopefully, this Cloudscape thing is really cool, and it seems like they're doing a great job here. So yeah, so bravo to the team at God's Raid. All right, and as always, if you have a comment, please leave it below. Let me know how you feel. Tell me your story. Tell me how you feel about Orc Swordsman and why he's so badass looking. I love him. He's literally my favorite hero. I don't even care if he's better than anyone else. I just like him. And remember to like, share, subscribe. It is great for the channel. You help us out. You help us grow, and you keep me going. We are now doing the road to 2,000 subs. So that is slowly going to be working its way into this week and the next week, hopefully. Last time we were able to get the subs in about 2 weeks, I think, because it was fun. I think this week we can beat that. All right. So yeah, that's it. This is God's Raid. This is Orc Swordsman. This is the Orc Magician, not the Orc Healer. This is Mobile Gamer Nerd. And you guys take care.